Hey there guys, it's Dashabella and Vodka, and welcome to this week's episode of Star Equestrian. Hope you guys are having a really fun week because my week just got a little bit better. So we got an update in Star Equestrian, which honestly, pretty big surprise to the big community because we didn't really expect any new content because we just recently got a huge update to the breeding system in Star Equestrian. So in case you guys are out of the loop, our breeding system got a little bit more complicated because there is now crossbreeding, there is pure breeding, and we can now breed for traits which influence a lot of things. You can breed for traits that improve the experience gain when you're training your horses. You have traits that can influence your horse's ability to do stuff in show jumping and cross country and racing and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, a whole bunch of stuff was recently added. And usually with updates in Star Equestrian, we don't really get anything for, I kind of want to say like on average, the gaps between our updates are usually about a month, but I think it's only been like 3 weeks? Actually, I think it's been 3 weeks, I guess. So we've had a pretty decent gap since the breeding update. But we got a pretty interesting quality of life update that we're going to be looking into in today's video because there was a lot added. And it's been a long time, guys, but we are actually going to be doing events together. I know. I mean, it's a horse game. We got to do some cross country or show jumping at some point. And you'll see why we're doing it in today's video. I think it's going to be a bit of a wild one because I've already tried some of the new stuff. And yes, we've got new courses. It's wild. Absolutely wild. But before we jump into the new content, we've got to talk about some of the existing content. So in case you're wondering why Vodka and I are looking super fashionable today, and yes, we look absolutely fabulous in this outfit, Vodka and I did a fun little thing together. So some of you guys know I love like a very high fashion school uniforms. Like I just think it's super cool, or at least I don't know if it's a school uniform. I might even just consider this like even a club outfit. It just looks too cute. Really, really love it. The purple bow is like my favorite part about this, but you guys already know I love purple a little bit too much, and I think Vodka is a really great example of my obsession with purple. But yeah, I kind of made this set for him and for me, and it's like, oh my gosh, we look amazing. And I got super inspired one day, so I did a thing where we did a little mini photo shoot together, Vodka and I, and we made a fake little like fashion magazine cover. Hang on, let me pull up the picture for you guys because honestly, it turned out way better than I anticipated. So here is the cover of Vodka and I on the Agricola Fashion Weekly. I'm joking. It's not a real thing. I just made a fake little like heavily Vogue inspired front cover of me and Vodka, and oh my gosh, it looks beautiful. Absolutely stunning. I did not think it was gonna look as good as originally would have. Like in my mind, I visualized it. I had the vision and I was like, oh yeah, that looks like a cute idea. But it turned out way better than I thought. So I am now inspired to do a couple more of these. I have plans to do a cover of me and Finch, and also we have to do a cover with Ghost Pepper. So look forward to those. I will be sharing those pictures with you in the future in some future videos. But if you would like to see those pictures a little bit sooner, then make sure to follow my Instagram because I am going to be posting it there. On top of my photo shoot with Vodka, we did do actual photo stuff for the photo contest. So you guys probably know the theme for this week is autumn in orange, I think. Yeah, so autumn in orange is the theme for this week. So lots of autumn themed photos, lots of orange, lots of red, honestly, lots of orange, lots of red. And I think so far I've seen so many autumn Clydesdales, it is not funny. So I'm pretty sure you guys get the idea of the kinds of entries you're going to be expecting in this week's photo contest. So this week's photo contest, I actually did 2 photos. So at the beginning of the week, I did a cute little photo with Vodka where we were just honestly, just a cute little moment of me and Vodka together, and I wanted to spruce him up a little bit, so I gave him a little top hat, and I had him holding a little rose in his mouth, trying to give it to me, and I was like, oh, this is such a cute little it's honestly kind of more Valentine's-y than anything, but I just thought it was just like a very, very cute moment of me and Vodka in a very autumn-themed area, which, in case you guys are wondering, it was in the Agricolan Riviera. That area in the bottom, like right corner of the map, lots and lots of like autumn themed trees. So if you want to take autumn themed photos, that's like one of the best places to do it. So yeah, I made this picture of me and Vodka together, and this was my original entry for this week. But then, like, I want to say on Wednesday, like the day before entries closed, I kind of just realized I wasn't happy with the photo. So I ended up changing it. So you will not be seeing that little rose photo of me and Vodka in the voting pool. I actually have a totally different entry, which some people have already seen. So if you've seen my photo, I hope you enjoyed it because it was very fun to make. It took me ages to get it right because trying to pose everybody was just a little bit hectic and chaotic. But yeah, I like my second entry way more. I will not be showing my entry though this week because we do not share entries, okay? We like to play fair for the photo contest. But speaking of photo contest, I can show you guys the results for last week's photo contest. So the theme for last week was wild and free. And as you can imagine, lots of wild horses, lots of spirits, and lots of reins. So for the results for the photo contest, here were the top 3. So unfortunately, I did not manage to place top 3 for this particular week, which is unfortunate, but the competition I felt for this particular week was really, really tough. So our top 3 players for this week was the Alpha with their Spirit and Rain inspired photograph, which honestly, super glad that we got one Spirit and Rain photo in the top 3 for this week. In second place, we had Shadow with a really cute black and white theme photo. And then finally, we had Isot with I don't know what kind of theming it's here. Like, obviously, it's wild and free. I love the use of the grass in this, honestly. Like, really, really beautiful use of that tall yellow grass. But here's just a quick close-up of the photo. So here is the Spirit and Rain inspired photo. I saw a lot of Spirit and Rains last week, so I'm not surprised that we at least got one in the top 3. But I'm also glad that it's not only Spirit and Rains for the top 3 because that would have been crazy awkward. This was the entry from Shadow. I love this really beautiful nighttime black horse themed photo that they've made. It's just beautiful. Beautiful entry. I really, really liked this, especially the dappling on that black mare. I think it's a mare because there's foals, but the dappling on that horse is gorgeous. I love dapple, guys. You guys know me. I love dapples. And here's Isot. So this was the winner. So the, is it spring or summer? I think it's, yeah, summer Clydesdale and a foal. Very, very cute little liver baby as well. So I love me some liver. And that's a really cute liver Arabian foal, by the way. That's not a regular foal. That's an Arabian foal. Very, very cute. So these were our top 3. So I placed 23rd in this particular week. So here's my photograph for the Wild and Free week. So I took Moxie and I just had Moxie running on the beach. Because it was Wild and Free, I wanted to sort of aim, I guess, like you guys know, a lot of my photos are like very yellow, very golden, sunset, sunrise kind of thing. But I think especially for beach run photos, I feel like these are extra special. So it really just felt like one of those like morning runs on the beach where the sun is just rising. And then to have a horse running along the beach. Yeah, I look at my photo and yeah, it's not, honestly, my photo is not the best. If anything, I'm surprised that I placed so high for this particular week. Like I placed 23rd. There were so many other entries that I feel were just way better. But one thing I do think my photo does is that it feels very zen. Like very zen, very relaxing, very calming. Just a normal beach run photo. And I love the colors from my photo. So yeah, I love my entry, but I know there are some people out there that are probably questioning why I placed so high. And I asked that question myself, honestly. Okay, I thought I was going to be doing way worse. And if anything, if I got like 100 plus, I honestly would not be surprised at. And if you're probably wondering what I got for my reward for the photo contest, okay, honestly, I am ashamed. I got another songbird unicorn, which I absolutely did not need. If anything, I wish I could actually give this horse away to somebody on the channel, but I can't. So I did not get any cosmetics. I did not get any fun stuff. Got another songbird unicorn, which is probably just going to sit in my inventory because I have Bard. I ride Bard, I use Bard. I really just don't see the need for me to use another songbird unicorn. I'll keep it for now, and then I guess like I'll figure out if I want to do anything with it, because like I could still use it for races one day, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, in case you're wondering why I'm still entering the photo contest, even though I already have a songbird unicorn, I'm doing it because I want to place first at least once, because if you place first, you get a first place trophy. And I want to have a first place trophy. I want to chuck it in my house, in my ranch. I need it, okay? I really, really need it. So I'm sorry if I get the songbird unicorn. If I could give it to somebody, I would. But I just want the trophy. That is it. All right, with that out of the way, let's have a look at all of the new stuff added into the game. So we're going to head on over to the market for this because a lot of it is over there. So we got several things added into the game. We got a bunch of new horses. We got some new offers in the market. And now we have a new tab called Charm Exchange. And we are going to go into that together very soon. But we got some new offers in Star Equestrian. So now if you want to buy breeding tokens, there is going to be a offer. I'm not sure if this is going to be every day. It looks like it might be, where you can get a breeding token for 750 gems, which is a 25% discount off of the original price of tokens. So if you are somebody that is breeding and you're using tokens to breed, if you hoard tokens for certain breedings, this is actually going to be way cheaper than regular breedings. I tried to do the math to see which breedings this would be worth it for, and this offer is mainly going to benefit non-VIPs, because as VIPs, we already get a 30% gem discount for breedings. So a lot of our breedings are cheaper if we do gem breedings, but there are a couple breedings that are actually cheaper because of the token. The first one is the 4-star breeding. So if we do a regular 4-star breeding, so we have a quarter horse and an Arabian, it costs 1 token to breed. And if you buy that token, okay, it will only cost you, technically it'll only cost you 750 gems to breed this pairing, because you're using the discounted token. And if you have the gems, just buy that token every day. Breeding is going to be way cheaper, and you're going to be saving so many gems. Let's say we do a 4-star and a 5-star breeding. If you're a non-VIP, it is cheaper to buy 2 of the cheaper tokens over the course of 2 days and to use that for the breeding. If you're a VIP, however, it is actually cheaper for us to breed with gems. The 5-star breeding, if you're a VIP, do not use those tokens for breedings. Just save up your gems for a regular breeding. But for non-VIPs, it is cheaper for you to buy those cheaper tokens every day to do a 5-star breeding. So if you're a VIP, don't do it. If you're a non-VIP, then yes, it is absolutely worth it. For fantasy breeding, it is absolutely not worth it for VIPs to waste their discounted tokens on fantasy breeding, because for us, it is way cheaper to do fantasy breeding by using gems. However, for our non-VIPs, okay, so interesting thing to learn here, 4 tokens, if you bought 4 discounted tokens, it actually totals to 3,000 gems. So it costs exactly the same in gems as it would with tokens. There is a little extra caveat to this, where if you manage to get some, let's say you manage to get some free tokens as rewards for your racing chest or your club chest, and maybe you need like only 1 or 2 extras, then yeah, go ahead, and buy them. I mean, it literally costs exactly the same. So it's really not a loss at all for non-VIPs, whether you decide to save up gems to do this breeding for fantasies or if you choose to use tokens. And finally, for Pegasus breeding, yes, for everybody, VIPs and non-VIPs, which if you're a non-VIP and you somehow got a Pegasus, congrats. I know some people have done it in the past, but for everybody out there, it is absolutely worth it for Pegasus breeding if you want to use the discounted tokens. So there's the math for the breeding tokens. Moving on, we have the charm exchange. So we have these new things added into the game called charms. It's a brand new currency that you can find at the top where, you know, gems are, and also this like pink dust thingy majiggy stuff that we always get when we do summons. And this new currency, these clovers, okay, so they're called, are they charms? Okay, they're charms. I don't know. I'm calling them lucky clovers because they literally look like clovers. So clovers are a new currency that were added into Star Equestrian. And it's not something that you can necessarily buy. Like, okay, you kind of can buy them, but the only way to get tokens is to get them from summoning horses. Okay, now I don't want you to panic right now. Do not panic yet. Okay, there are several ways to do it. It's not just summoning horses. There are several ways to get charms, and the first one is via summoning horses. The whole purpose of charms is that these are supposed to be a compensation if you get a duplicate horse. So if I get a brand new horse, for example, through the summons, I do believe you will be guaranteed at least one clover, one token. If you get a duplicate, depending on the quality of horse, you will be compensated clovers that you can use in the charm exchange to get breeding tokens, to get the potions chest, to get the new fantasy horse, the Whisper Trail Wayfinder, and you can even buy a whole bunch of exclusive new horses that were added into the game. And one of them is an offer horse. I think this is going to be rotating in and out of the market. So if this disappears and you don't have the tokens now, it's fine. It will come back in the future. But yeah, so basically Foxy has added it's like a soft pity system where if you are doing a bunch of summons and you keep getting duplicates, you will be able to earn the new currency to buy other stuff to do with, you know, you can do whatever you want basically with the new currency. So a lot of players, and myself included, we have been asking for something like this for such a long time, and I'm so glad it's finally been implemented. I think at the moment we don't have the full numbers, but from what I can see currently updated, hang on, give me a second here, folks. I just want to double check. So at the moment, the numbers that we currently have are 35 charms for a duplicate 5-star horse summon, 1 charm for a new 4-star horse summon, 10 charms if you release a 6-star horse, 5 charms for releasing a 5-star horse, 3 charms for releasing a 4-star horse, and 10 charms for each pet that you release. I'm pretty sure there are going to be updated numbers in the future, but these are the numbers that we currently have. And if you're doing a lot of summons, or if you do summons and you do get disappointed with what you get, we are going to now finally have stuff that we can claim. So this is really amazing. I think a lot of people and myself, like we're just happy that we now finally have something to work towards if we might not get what we want originally while summoning. And obviously if you have a bunch of horses, you can release them, and you can also get clovers as well to get extra tokens. At the moment, okay, personal opinion for me, guys, so I have 275 horses. I've only released 1 because I was just checking to see if the clover system worked. Okay, my thoughts on releasing horses, okay, if you want to release horses, totally fine. Although I would advise, if you are somebody that is somewhat competitive in the game and you're not spending like thousands of dollars every month to get new horses, okay, I would advise you guys to level up your horses first. So level up the horses that you want to release first, because you're going to use them to make club points anyway. And once they probably hit like level, let's say level 15, level 20, then I would probably advise releasing them, because they're probably like too high leveled at that point. to really grind for SP. So that's just my personal advice. You can do whatever you want. But I will be leveling a bunch of Black Frisians because yeah, I do have too many of those. And also I have far too many Vulcans. So I know for a fact I will be releasing a bunch of Vulcans as well. So I've got some Vulcans, a lot of Autumn Clydesdales that I have to release as well. And yeah, where's my Frisians? Here we go. I've got a few Black Frisians that I want to release too. So I will be leveling those up. And when the time comes, I will be releasing them to get tokens so that we can get the new horse. Speaking of the new horse, let's have a look at all of the new horses today as well. So we actually got an additional feature added to the catalog. So there's a new tab. As you can see, I have clicked it already. So any new horses added into the game, they will be found in the new tab, so you can quickly find them. Very, very handy. I do like this. Here's the new horse. So the Whisper Trail Wayfinder. This is a extremely unique looking horse that was added into the game. You can only get this via clovers, unfortunately. So if you don't have a lot of horses or you don't have a lot of summons yet, it might take you a while to get it. But the really cool thing is that, technically speaking, everyone will be able to earn this eventually if you keep playing Star Equestrian long enough. So please be patient, you know, just do your dailies, work on the game, do breeding, do whatever. You will eventually be able to afford this horse. And design-wise, I think it's a really cool looking horse. Very Indian, like native Indian themed horse with the paint markings on the body as well. Very, very amazing. I love the feathers too. I know a lot of other players also love the feathers. Stats wise, this horse is pretty well rounded. So plenty of stamina, decent speed as well. Not the best, but pretty decent for a horse that you will be able to get for free at some point. And then for the remaining stats, 75 excel, 75 jump, and 70 agility, which is not too bad personally. This horse does have mastery, so you will have to get duplicates if you want to level this up. But, you know, personally, after having a quick look at the mastery for this horse, I mean, like, it's okay, but I wouldn't say this is a horse that you need to level up unless you really want it. The main purpose of this horse, from what I can see, is that it's a resource gatherer. As you can see here for Mastery 4, extra resources in Agricola, extra resources in the Redwood Forest, and then most notably at Mastery 1, resources in Bronco. So if you are just collecting a bunch of resources in the game, this horse might be a really great pick for you guys because you'll be able to get extra stuff in basically the entire map with this horse. Like, it's really just a gathering horse. So yeah, fun times. It does have a couple of other abilities. I do recommend you guys check it out in game. But yeah, this is, personally, I do not find this to be a competition horse. This is definitely more of like a fun collection adventure horse. So yeah, if you haven't got a fantasy yet and you have a lot of clovers, yeah, definitely save for it. It's really worth it. On top of the fantasy horse, we also have new horses, new coats that were added to the clover market. So you will be able to claim these horses via clovers, and the cost of them will depend on their rarity. So as you guys know, the 5 stars, I think those cost 100 clovers. If it was 1,000, I think I'd be smacking myself. So 5 stars are 100 clovers. And then the 4 stars, when they do appear in the market, these guys are going to be 25 clovers. So if you fancy any of their coats, you can absolutely get these horses from the market via clovers. Alternatively, if you don't want to buy these horses, but you're more into breeding for them, you can absolutely just reach out to somebody in the English chat and just be like, hey guys, does anyone have this horse? Would I be able to breed with it? I'm very sure you'll be able to borrow other people's horses. But just a very quick look of all these horses. So this is the Sorrel Tricolor Clyde. And I know a lot of other people have been breeding a lot of these red horses. The most notable thing about this horse is the mane and tail. Like, this is a two-toned mane and tail. And I do wonder if we will be seeing players be able to breed two-toned manes and tails, because it hasn't been done yet. But because we now have potions, this might really be a thing. Personally, I'm not a big fan of the sorrel tricolor, so I will be giving this a pass. We have the inverse Frisian, which is just a white Frisian with black points and a black mane and tail. I'm going to be honest, you know, there are a lot of other prettier Frisians out there, so I'm not really a big fan of this, but if you like grey Frisians, definitely go for it. I do think it's cute. We have the Dusty Rose Frisian, which I think is a really, really cute addition. So this one has the flower tail. Not a big fan of the coat color, unfortunately, because it's got so much white speckling. But this horse, I think it has like a flower facial marking. It's a little bit hard to see because of the long mane. But yeah, really, really unique facial marking on this particular coat. But again, I don't really feel the need to spend 100 tokens, so I will be giving that horse a pass. We have the Champagne Shire, which, I mean, the color's cute. I love the speckly nose. I really, really like that facial pattern. Like the main style's cute. I'm not a fan of this tail because, you know, if you have mastery, you can get this for free. So, big pass. The color's interesting. It's kind of splotchy. I think this is actually a pattern, like kind of dapply or something. Like, it's cute, but I wouldn't spend 100 tokens personally to get this because I know for a fact I can breed with someone else's Shire, and I think we'd get something cuter. Onto the 4 stars, the Roast Chestnut Quarter. It's okay. It's curly. I think like one of the benefits for this horse, like I'm not a big fan of the pattern or the color. This is going to give you a really pretty mane or tail style regardless. And I know a lot of other people, they have struggled to get this mane, like this tail style, because I don't know any 5-star breeds that have it, but 4-star breeds do. So if you want the diamond braided tail and curly, you can get it off this. You can get it off this horse. The Rose Grey Aussie, it's fine. Again, I'm not a fan of the 4 stars, unfortunately, but this horse does have a really, really cute mane and tail. So if you want this, absolutely can recommend. I do think this is really cute. Next up, we have the Buckskin Aussie. Personally, I don't think I can really recommend getting this coat unless you really like Aussies and you want to build up mastery, and maybe if you want the main style. But I think even then, I'd probably ask another player that has this horse if I'd be able to breed with them. So personal, don't recommend, but if you like the horse, guys, please don't hesitate to get them. It is totally up to you. The final 4-star, we have the Pearl Pentabian. And I think if out of all the 4 stars, if there's one that I would buy, it's probably this one. It's just such a pretty Arabian, and it's got a beautiful mane and tail color that I need to steal, put onto my liver horses. It will happen one day. But yeah, really, really pretty horse. I'm even considering actually buying one of these because I actually just really like how this horse looks. I'll consider it for now. But yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna be buying this horse at all because it's just a Pentabian. Although I do need mastery. I mean, I don't think it would be a bad thing if I decided to buy one. Yeah, maybe I'll get it later. I don't know. But yeah, so those are the horses that you can buy with your charms. And if you want something unique, you can use your 25 charms to summon a random 4-star quality horse. But personally, guys, if you want something pretty, just get the offer horse. It's probably going to look way better than what you get with the unique horse stable because, yeah, the unique horse stable, I personally can't really recommend it. Anyways, on top of the charms as well, we got new events. The new events are only for Heartside. So it's not for Agricola. It is only on Heartside. And it is at the very, very, very end. We got some new events. And as you can see, I already have done a few of them because I just wanted to see if I was capable of doing them. But oh my gosh, guys, they are hard. They are really, really, really hard. I've only managed to gold ribbon one of them so far, but at the same time, I did not use Finch for these first 2. So we may be able to actually get the gold ribbon here with Finch. But these are totally worth doing because obviously you're going to get gems for completing the new events. And then on top of that, in case you guys did not know, if you head on over to cross country and show jumping, these 2 quests up here, there's also here, challenge, show jumping. And if you manage to gold ribbon a event, you get 100 gems and you get a sheep. Yeah, I am quite surprised that we get a sheep, but if you want to have a herd of sheep, be my guest. I think we get 8 total if we do this. Oh, sorry, we get 7. You get a herd of 7 sheep. So good luck to all of you guys that are going to try and grab the sheep, because yeah, bizarre is probably the word I'm gonna have to sort of bring up, because yeah. But, you know, speaking of the new events, I think it would be wrong for me to not do one on camera today. So I think, because I did not manage to get the gold ribbon, we're going to try and gold ribbon this with Finch. Because I think I tried to do this with, who did I do this with? I think I tried to do it with vodka with high level tack. And yeah, that was not a good idea. It's probably the best way to put it. So let's do this with Finch. And I did kind of realize with the show jumping event that the Flutterwing tack set that I have is kind of perfect for it. So we are just going to be equipping that with Finch. All right, little Finchy Finch. We are gonna try and gold ribbon this, but I'm gonna try and show you guys how difficult these events are, because yeah, sometimes the times are wild, and then sometimes it's just like the modifier for the event is super moody. And when I say moody, like sometimes it's like you hop off the course for like a second, like a fraction of a second, and then the game is like, that's it. Nope, you are not gonna get a gold ribbon. Yeah, I've had a nightmare of a time doing this on a different horse, but now I'm doing it on Finch. It is way easier because the tack, and also because Finch is like way more trained than all my other horses. Yeah, I probably should have used Finch from the very beginning. We're doing so good so far. We're just a little bit slow on time. We are going to go over on time because yeah, these curves are hurting me, but I think, please tell me we got it. We're 3 seconds over, but I think we might be able to get it. No! Oh my gosh, why are we off? 2%. Oh my gosh, no. Okay, see, it is actually quite difficult. Hang on, I think let's do the second one, just so you guys get a quick look at all of these events. So we'll do Divine Jumper Spectacular. So even though Finch has crazy stats, guys, wait, is that weather? We have weather? Oh my gosh, that's new. Okay, that is cool. Yeah, I didn't know. We have weather in events now, but I guess that makes sense. But yeah, this one's a moody one with the line modifier. Like even with my ludicrously high agility. Oh my gosh, yeah, I am still failing. There is no way I get a gold ribbon for this. Like, no way. No way. Yeah, the line is so moody. And at the same time, the game is like, oh, well, we need you to be fast as well. What do you mean? You gotta decide if I'm gonna be fast or if I'm gonna be slow. And it's actually really hard to see the event when it's raining. Wow. Thank you, Foxy. Thank you so much. But yeah. I don't know why I'm doing this event if I'm not gonna gold ribbon this. It's okay. For demonstrational purposes, we will be showing this event. It is fine. But I think I would recommend, if you're going to do these events, probably turn off weather, because it is very not helpful not being able to see where I'm going just because it's raining. I'm not joking. It is actually really hard to see. Okay, so there is the second event. Let me show you the third event, and then we'll do the last event together. Somehow I perfected this. And I don't know how. Maybe we'll find out with little Finchy Finch here. Alright, so this event is also quite moody, where you need to perfect jump everything, otherwise it kicks you out of the course. So I think we should be able to do it because we don't have to worry about riding lines, because nobody, I don't know anybody that likes riding lines in this game. Okay, riding lines are annoying. Riding lines are no fun. So if there are no riding lines, I am happy. But if it's just to tell me where to go, then yeah, sure, I can do with riding lines. I don't mind them. It's just if they tell me like you need to stay on the line, okay, no, I can't stay on the line. I have no sense of balance. Oh my gosh, there, see? So that was the fail. So I went a little bit too fast and I did not have the perfect jump. So we're gonna leave that event. And we're going to move on to the next one so you guys can see the final one here for show jumping. We're not going to do cross country in today's video. I think we will save the cross country event for next week so that you guys are going to be able to do it with me. And I think for next week, I will really try to perfect the cross country events because like personally, oh my gosh, is this like one of those fail modifiers? Oh my gosh. Yeah, so you guys are already getting a bit of a gist, right, of like how difficult these events are. Yeah, so good luck to everybody that does them. If you play on mobile or tablet, even more good luck to you because yeah, it is. I tried to do this on mobile and no, it's not happening. Sorry guys, I don't see myself being able to do this on mobile. I'm actually very grateful that I could do these events on computer because like, personally for me, it's just way easier. But I know there are some of you guys out there that do prefer to play on mobile. So if you can beat these on mobile, kudos to you. You play this game way better than I do. Because yeah, I play on a computer and sometimes I feel like I can barely play this game as well. Good job, little Finchy Finch. Oh my gosh. Corners. And you know what's crazy? This course wants me to do this in 1:14. How? How do you want me to do this in 1:14? Game? Who decided 1:14 was a reasonable amount of time to finish this course? Not me. Not me. One of the devs was like, hey guys, look, we're gonna do 1:14. Yeah, what horse were you riding, sir? Ma'am? Whoever you are. So, yeah, you guys could probably see why I have not gold ribboned 3 of my show jumping events. So, yeah. I mean, we barely survived. We still got fantastic and everything, which is nice. We also got 9,000 gold, but yeah. PTSD is what I ended up getting from today's update. I'm not joking. I do think a lot of us now have PTSD because of all the new stuff. Speaking of next week, I think that's going to be it for today's video. Thank you so much again for watching another video of Star Equestrian, guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode. And as always, if you enjoy my Star Equestrian series, do leave a like on this video so I know that you enjoyed it. And to anyone that might be new to the channel, hi there, my name is Dashabella and this is Little Finch. Welcome to my channel. I'm a virtual equestrian VTuber and I play a whole bunch of horse games on my YouTube channel. So if you're also a big fan of horse games like me, then definitely give the channel a subscribe to get future notifications for all of my future uploads. And if you haven't already, do give me a follow on Instagram as well because that's where I post all of my cutest Star Equestrian photos because as you can probably tell by this week's video, I am a little bit of a photo nut. So if I get inspired, I take a lot of pictures. And yeah, first place you're going to see them, it's going to be on Instagram. But yeah, I guess that's going to be it for today's video, guys. Thanks for watching and I'll see you next week. Bye, guys.